So this is the third in my series of seedling update videos, and this one is going to be all about the root veggies. So the beetroots, the carrots, the parsnips, etc. Let's take a look round. Onto the root veggies, and these are the last of the carrots. So these have just been stored in damp compost, and they're actually looking pretty good. So these are the ones that are going to last us through till the end of April, and yeah, very happy with the way these have stored so far. So I'm going to get these cleaned up and taken home, and then when those carrots are finished, I will switch over to this container in the corner of the polytunnel, and I've got another similar container down that end. Start harvesting these in May, and they should last us through until June. These carrots are the ones we shall be eating in June, and I've got a few more back home that we'll probably be eating in July. And this bed here is just starting to germinate, and hopefully those will be the ones we'll be eating in sort of late July and August and early September. So I'm pretty pleased with the progress on those. No other seedlings to show you, but I have got a lot of carrot beds in preparation. Like this one, which will have the winter carrots, which will be planted in May, and actually the spring carrots. And this one, once the spinach is out, which will be planted towards the middle of May, and that will have the autumn carrots. So this onion bed is interplanted with parsnips, and these are coming on really nicely now. Very happy with those. They just need thinning out. There's 2 beds of those, so they're the first early parsnips. So we've now run out of main crop potatoes, although we've got a few in the fridge, but we've finished harvesting them. And just got the late new potatoes, which are in these containers here. So I'm going to harvest one of those in a minute. But what we've also got, these are my first earlies, and they're looking pretty good in this little greenhouse. So there's enough here to last us all the way through May and into early June. So I've just turned out one of my late new potato beds, and so these are the ones that I planted in July, and they're just great. These are notionally what some people call Christmas potatoes, but we just leave them in the compost, and they're just lovely even at this time of year. Some of these actually will just go straight in the fridge and be saved for a month or so, and then go back in compost for a late crop again next year. So I just harvested half of my late new potatoes. So these are the ones that were sown back in sort of June, July time. They've just been in the compost. They're just starting to sprout now. So I've just taken 5 of those and put them back in the pots I harvested them from with a bit of bloodfish and bone. So there we go, that's their temporary home until they start getting in the way. Got these in the polytunnel, which will be ready in June. I've got the early main crops in the conservatory, which will be ready at the end of April, and then just a few random potatoes in the garden as well, which are just sort of spares. I've got these sorry specimens, which are the ones we're going to be eating in July and August, but unfortunately they got nipped by one of these rogue frosts. Wasn't on the forecast, so I didn't fleece them. I just closed the this polythene cold frame top, but that's not enough to protect from frost. You need fleece as well. So yeah, loads and loads of damage to the leaves, but they'll grow out of it, and hopefully we'll still get a good crop, as I say, late June through August. So most of my potatoes are on the drive in all these containers. Very convenient to have them here because we've got plentiful rainwater capture there. And oh, here's those carrots that you saw me harvesting a few minutes ago, and those new potatoes just drying before I put them in the fridge. Masses of radish, of course. I'm pretty fed up of talking about radish now because we've been harvesting it since February, but yeah, all these onion beds are interplanted with radish. All my brassica beds are interplanted with radish. Just overwhelmed with radish at the moment. So these are the best of my early beetroot, and they're just starting to root up now. Quite a few successions of these, kind of all scattered around the plot in different locations, mainly at the edges of beds where they're not going to get in the way of anything else. And I've got these little ochre plants. I've got 6 reds and 6 yellows. They're coming on quite nicely. They'll get planted out sometime middle of May. Hope you like this quick seedling update video. My name's Steve, this is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel. If you want more details about the way that I grow, take a look down below, and there's links to my ebook. Covers everything that I've been talking about. See you soon.